Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome back to Inspired
If
Delusions.
you're new here, my name is
And
Kayma,
I'm Olivia.
and we are your delusional besties.
Hey,
Hey
besties.
besties, we just wanted to ask, how are you guys feeling? Because by the time this airs, we will have finally made it past eclipse season.
I know, you made it.
You made it.
You
Congratulations. You
survived.
probably had things shaken up that needed to be shaken.
Yeah, apparently, eclipse season is all of September has been kind of a very transformational releasing month. We were talking about that.
Yeah. It's because, Virgo is just so organized. She kind of gets shit done. She cleans it
Okay.
all out. She's on top
Okay.
of her stuff. So I feel like, yeah, September has very much been the energy of just letting go of things that no longer serve you and
Mhm.
getting excited to step into a space where you receive everything you want.
Ooh, yes. Clearing out what does not serve you
Mm-hmm.
so you can make room for this completely new, amazing era
Yeah.
chapter.
Yeah, exactly. I saw this thing recently about when you clench so tight, you'll see me on video making a fist. When you clench so tight, you actually don't have any room to receive. So it's
Mm-hmm.
when you slowly start to open up your fist and let go that you're able to, oh, I can receive everything I
Yeah.
want. Thank you, universe.
Ooh, actually, we're open to
Mm-hmm.
receive that analogy of like clenching your fist. I also think about that when you're changing your beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
If you're so, like, if you've been believing certain things about life, about what's possible for you, about working hard, whatever it is, and you finally start to, like, it feels like it's so locked in
Yeah.
because we think our beliefs are facts,
Yeah.
but really they're just beliefs, and you can
Mm-hmm.
change any belief that you have. So it's like it might feel weird to like let go and like open up and like release these beliefs that you have,
Yeah.
but then when you do, it's great.
Yeah. Open up your fists, guys.
Open up to receive. Open up your hands.
Receivership is much more fun
Yeah.
and very feminine.
Ooh, the feminine. Yeah, I'm like, universe, hello, open both hands.
No.
I'm right here.
No.
Open for business.
Like, universe, please, thank
And then he's like,
you.
more? So yeah, we definitely went through a lot of transformations in the last couple weeks, and it's been really good. You know, I don't think it's been like too bad. I don't know. I feel like I see a bunch of astrologers being like, this shit's horrible. Oh my God. And I'm like, it's not that bad, but
My theory that I've seen other people who are into astrology
mhm,
say is when you are open to the change,
mhm.
when you're open to the, ooh, this might not feel so good, let me face it head on, you have a smoother transition opposed to someone who maybe is even unexpecting or they're really resistant and they
Yeah.
don't want to let go. That feels really harsh.
Yeah, resistant to change.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. Okay, cool. Well, all of the Inspired Delusions community, all of the audience, you guys, the listeners, you guys are open to the flow, right? You
Mm-hmm.
guys trust the universe. You guys trust that you are taken care of. And that's something that's so good to remember. That's a kind of a theme that we're going to be talking about today as well, just like trusting and surrendering.
Yeah.
Trusting and surrendering. And I was talking to my dad about that, and he was like, he was saying how my grandma, his mom, who I'm named after, and she would always like write down surrender, like surrender, surrender, surrender. And I was like,
Aw.
ooh, I know, right? But he was saying, yeah, like when you surrender, you just stop fighting. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Cause I was like, that's not necessarily what the connotation I have with surrender. I feel
Yeah.
like surrender is just like letting go of control.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I've been. Cause I'm like, no one's fighting.
Yeah.
No one's fighting over here.
Or what it's like when you surrender and you kind of let go of control, it's more trust or
Yeah.
more faith based
Yeah,
rather than,
exactly.
oh, I'm giving up.
Yeah.
Like
Oh my
I'm
God.
just letting it happen.
100%. It's trusting that you are taken care of. It's trusting that the universe has an even better plan than you,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's so someone had messaged us. We do read our comments, we do read our messages.
Yes.
And someone messaged us and asked if we could talk about, trusting the universe or like,
Yeah, the difference between creating your reality and maybe action based versus trusting the universe
yeah.
to have things worked out. I think she was saying she was kind of going back and forth between the
Yeah,
two.
going between you create your own reality and then trusting the universe.
Yeah.
So it's like, ooh, that is a good question. I feel like we wanted to touch on that.
Yeah.
And something that I think about with that is like you can I at least what I believe is like having a goal in mind, having, you know, the end goal of what you want, your manifestations, like the things you want to draw into your life, like having a goal I think is good because I think it helps, you know, propel you in that direction. Like if you don't
Mhm.
even know if you don't even know what you want at all, then it's like you kind of it's giving wish-washy energy, I feel like. So having a goal in mind, but then trusting the universe to like get you there. And that kind of goes to like the surrender part where it's
Mhm.
like, hey, even if you're doing something different than what you expected to get to your goal, like that's okay too.
Yeah, for me, it's like, okay, if you have a desire on your heart or you have a wish or a dream or whatever it is, you have a goal in mind and you're going after it, that I think is the creation part. You doing what you need to do, whether that's getting your mind right, whether that's raising your self concept, whether that's taking inspired action, whatever you need to do to move towards it. I think that's the creation part.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the action that you have. But I think sometimes you might come up against situations and it's part of the process, but it feels a little like, oh my gosh, should I not do this anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Is this right? Is this real? Is this for me?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm the creator, then why is this happening? But I believe those things that might come up, that's all preparing you for something even better, or that's preparing you to receive the end dream at a more authentic and higher capacity.
100%.
The universe is always on our side and it's always conspiring in our favor. And I think the universe sometimes knows, oh, you need to go through this in order to receive this the best way you possibly can. And
100%.
so I think that's the, okay, well, it'll happen when it's going to happen type of mentality,
Mm-hmm.
or the just I'm trusting the universe, I'm surrendering. And to me, that's just being open to, okay, yeah, I have a place to go, but how I get there, when I get there, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
That will all fall into place once I get into alignment.
Yeah, 100%. And we've both been, well, I've definitely been trying to lean into that more and more and more because every time, or I feel like in the past, I was very much like thinking like, okay, I always have to be thinking about the next thing.
Yeah.
Like I have to be thinking about like the next business move, like what am
Mhm.
I posting, like all this stuff. And I've been really like catching myself a lot being like, hey, actually, you know, it's gonna work itself out. Like,
Yeah.
oh, actually, I don't need to figure it out. Like, oh, okay, let me like really trust and surrender that I'm already on my highest timeline and everything's getting taken care of. And it's been a good exercise to do that.
Yeah, that's definitely me as well. I definitely was programmed to be the type of person to, I need to know what was happening. I
Mm-hmm.
needed to have a plan, not only a plan, but like A, B, and C, and then D as well. I would always know if something wasn't going to fall through, I would always have a backup. And I used to be so particular and stressed about how things would happen. And
Mm-hmm.
now I think I'm very much falling into the belief that even when I'm resting or even when I'm not in control, or even if it's not perfect, it's still working out beautifully.
Yeah.
And there's been so many things in this past year that really prove that new belief that I'm trying to implement.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm resting is so productive.
Yeah.
Resting is so productive. Trusting, surrendering is so productive. And that's something it's funny because right now you're saying that you've been trying to do that more, but I remember when we first were friends, you would have like things come up at work and you'd be like, yeah, I'm just not going to get to it right now. And I'd be like, what do you mean? What, you're not going to get to it? Like, what are you talking about? And then it would always solve itself.
Yeah.
And you would come back to it and you'd be like, yeah, it worked itself out.
Yeah.
And
No,
I was,
that is a cheat code to life that I have been doing a lot
yeah,
for a while. And that is so true, you guys. If you're ever like stressed about something, if you can't figure out a problem, like whatever it is, like literally leave it
leave it
alone
alone.
for at least like an hour and then come back to it with fresh eyes, with fresh, you know, perspectives. And
Mhm.
like 95% of the time it resolves itself. Like there's no point in getting
Right.
stressed. It's like you could be stressed about it and like trying to figure it out and like working really hard on it for like an hour or whatever, or you could come back or leave it alone, come back, and then it gets worked out totally.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously, you know, being aware of whatever the situation is. I feel like if you're dealing with lives or children or whatever, it's different.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's like everything in your day-to-day life, if you don't
Have to.
have to and you
Yeah.
kind of just let it be and
Yeah.
you regulate yourself, you move on, you calm down,
Yeah.
then it'll work out.
Yeah. Obviously use discernment because that wouldn't have worked like with your old job with
Yeah.
nursing. Then someone's like crying for their life. Oh, you know what? Let me come back in a couple
Let me get
hours.
back to this. Let me get back to this.
Let's just stop stressing,
But
guys.
yeah, and for the most part, and that goes back to we really are in a state of dysregulation 24/7
Uh-huh.
because there's so much things going on, like social media, access to news,
Mhm.
traffic, cell phones, like all the
Mhm.
things, right? Your family, whatever, noise, light pollution,
Yeah.
everything in this world is so chaotic. So we really do think that some things that really aren't that deep or aren't that serious or don't need our attention right in the moment, we have to respond
Yeah,
to.
we feel like we have to.
We feel like we have to, but it's like, actually, okay, what if I actually just rested? What if I actually just took
Yeah.
care of myself?
Yeah, I have been really the last 24 hours, I'm making a shift and being like, "Wait, it's really not that serious."
Mm,
Like life actually gets to be so good. Our perspective really like perspective is everything in this life.
mhm,
And there are so many things going on in the world. That's also something we wanted to talk about.
mhm.
And like we really, really, really want to emphasize radical optimism
Yeah.
because truly collective consciousness really is a thing. And it's like we could fall into the trap of being like, oh my gosh, the world's ending, everything's going to shit. Like, you know, there's all these horrible things going on. But the Inspired Delusions community, audience, empire, we are people who are raising the collective consciousness.
Yeah.
We are holding the vision of the world going in a good direction, which I 100% believe the world is going in a good direction.
Yeah.
And what we believe is like there's all these horrible things coming to the surface, so then they can you know, be
Shed
released
light
and we
on
can
them.
shed light on them and then we
Yeah.
can evolve and grow from there because that's the external mirrors the internal because that's what happens
Yeah.
with internally is like we kind of have to bring up our bad parts, our shadows, like the trauma, bring it up to the surface
Mhm.
inside of our bodies, you know, bring it up to the surface, and then we can actually move on and release it and grow and evolve. And I think that's kind of like what's happening in the world as well.
Yeah, totally. And going off the radical optimism, all those feelings of fear and doubt and scarcity and lack, they might be real. Slash, I mean, they are real feelings. I think there's a lot of things that are happening in the world right now that you would look at and see, and it'd be crazy not to feel those lower vibrations. But again, with the idea of, oh, I'm just shedding light on it. So what energy are you going to put towards these things happening? Are you
Mm-hmm.
going to put energy towards, oh, it's horrible, everything's like going to crap, this is really awful, or putting energy into the, wow, I'm so happy it's coming to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I believe in radical optimism. Actually, I think the world's going in a good place.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, there's a lot more love.
Yeah.
There's a lot people are really on the side of love and light, and I
Mm-hmm.
really really do believe that because that's what I interact with,
Yeah.
but also because I just that's the truth.
That is the truth.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
And it might not seem like that, but again, that's the illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the bits that are trying to keep us separate and trying to keep
Mm-hmm.
us kind of weak
Mm-hmm.
and keep us small, but it's not true. And
Yeah.
being brave and being yeah, heart led and just really really imagining things going in a good direction,
Mm-hmm.
slash if you have the capability to help move those things in a good direction into 3D. I
Yeah.
think that's what we stand for, that's what we try to do, that's what
Yeah.
we see with our friends and family. And so we just want to encourage you all to know that just yeah, setting the intentions, it's really really powerful,
Totally.
really really powerful. We are part of the network of observers.
Okay, besties, if you are listening to this podcast, it's probably because you know deep down that you are meant for more confidence, more abundance, and the ability to manifest your biggest, most delusional goals and feel good while you're doing it.
That's why we wanted to remind you about our Inspired Delusions community. This is our virtual group coaching community where we meet live every single Wednesday to lead you through deeper lessons on rewiring your mind, regulating your nervous system, and how to quantum leap into your next level.
We've created an entire resource hub full of our own customized affirmations, EFT tapping, subliminals, shadow work prompts, guides, and tons more resources to support you in this journey.
This space is not only an all in one for you to level up, but also a reminder that you are not alone. You have your delusional besties with you to encourage you and hold you accountable.
If you're ready to jumpstart your mindset and manifestation journey, the Inspired Delusions community is the perfect place for you.
The link will be in the show notes, and we can't wait to see you.
Okay, let's get back to the episode. Also, if you are watching on video, which you should, everyone should start watching it on YouTube because then you get to look at us, and that's really a gift. But we have our glasses on because when we are wearing our glasses, We are those girls. JK, we're always those girls, but we have our glasses on. We're famous because we're famous. Hey guys, actually, we've been recognized a lot. We have been quantum leaping in a lot of ways, and something that we wanted to talk about because this is something that has been proven to us recently is that frequency defies rationality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, something
Yeah.
really, really crazy happened to us lately. and, and that's something that should not have happened, but frequency defies rationality. When you know what you want, when you are raising your vibration, you're able to manifest really crazy things.
Olivia and I had a really interesting Tuesday.
A really great and really great Tuesday.
Yeah, it was great. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But the most bizarre things were happening to us. And yeah, it all comes down to frequency defying rationality
Yeah.
because Olivia and I were in vibes. Like we were in high vibes.
Mm-hmm.
We told ourselves we quantum leapt. We were acting as if we were embodying those girls that we want to be.
Mm.
And our 3D was reflecting that back to us.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I say interesting because it was unexpected.
Yeah.
Some of the things that were happening, and they were really, really funny and really exciting, and more to come. You
Mm-hmm.
guys will see some of the things that were playing out.
Yes.
But yeah, like life is really good. And I know we were talking about this last week a little bit of doing random things to quantum leap.
Mm-hmm.
Olivia and I have still been doing random things to quantum leap, and it's working.
Yeah. The other day did like a whole work day. Cool. We have like a cute conference room in our apartment building. And then we were walking back to our apartment. And then I was like, Kayma, it would be really crazy, like, doing crazy stuff. Like we should just jump in the pool with our clothes on. And I 100% expected her to say no because I was like, that's actually really crazy. And she was like, yeah, let's do it. So we're just so crazy.
No, literally jumped into the pool with fully clothed,
Mm-hmm.
swam. It was really nice, actually.
Yeah, it was really nice.
It was like warm. The pool was warm.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like sticking on that and like doing things that are unusual.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been telling myself and this is more like going back to my routine, my own personal routine that I have. If I don't want to do something, I just say to myself, I think to myself, I'm like, okay, do you want to make choices for the person who doesn't want to do those things? Or do you want to make choices for your future you?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's been getting me up recently and telling, like, when I question that or when I ask myself that, that's like, okay, I'm choosing the direction of this. I'm choosing to
Mm-hmm.
quantum leap towards
Mm-hmm.
this it girl.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's been working and I love it.
Ooh,
I love
every
it here.
every choice you make, you really
Mhm.
can. You can pick a path to go down. We were talking to someone who, we were talking to a client, and she essentially was saying how in the past she was dealing with men and like really lowering her standards in a lot of ways, and then finally
Mm.
realized and made that decision of like, wait, I'm not going to tolerate disrespect anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not going to like allow you to like walk all over me or whatever it is. And it's like that decision quantum leaps you into the
Yeah.
next version of you. Like when you start being so serious about what you believe that you deserve, and
Yeah.
remember that you actually do deserve good things, and you don't put up with like bullshit, you don't put up with like shitty treatment from other people, that quantum leaps you in such a big way. And that's like so cool
Yeah.
when that happens.
I love it. And going off of the decision making, I guess not being afraid to pivot.
Mm-hmm.
Not being afraid to pivot. There's been things in Olivia and I's business that we're just getting clear on.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing, you guys. Be so serious
Yeah.
and tell the truth right now. Are you clear on what you want?
Confession time.
Yes, confess to us. Are you so clear on what you want? I mean, like, have you made a list? Have you gotten specific? Are you dreaming big?
Mm-hmm.
Are you giving the universe directions, right? It's like a
Mm-hmm.
GPS. Getting clear is like directions for the universe.
Yep.
And that's so important to be doing. But I say all this to say, because Olivia and I have recently gotten clear on some things that we want. And I
Mm-hmm.
think even that is really powerful and is part of the quantum leap that we've been having all week, or the opportunities that have been popping up recently for us because we're getting clear. And with that sometimes comes a pivot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to pivot. It's not a bad thing to be like, oh, okay, you know what, I'm going to actually try this.
Yeah.
Just trying whatever and going with the flow and being open. And I also think that wraps up and ties up with the surrendering, the trust and the surrender, the universe got it. Because it's like in your mind, you can only think of so many ways for something to work out, but being open to, hey, actually, you know what? This was presented to me. Why don't I go down this route? Because it might also work.
Yeah.
And essentially that just means that there's no wrong answer.
Yeah.
There's no wrong answer, but just continuing to be open, put yourself out there, do what you need to do, and really put yourself in alignment.
Yeah.
Because I think that, well, I know that's the ultimate answer.
Being in alignment.
Being in alignment and asking yourself how you can get in alignment. And I really believe that starts with getting clear.
Yeah, totally. Getting clear is so, so, so helpful. That's like one of the main things that we do with our clients is like, hey, let's get really freaking sure about what you want and stop limiting yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Like a lot of people that we work with or a lot of people listening tell us that like, oh, I wasn't letting myself expect good things.
Yeah.
I wasn't letting myself dream big. I wasn't letting myself like go after my childhood dreams or whatever it is. Or I was having these old programming that was making me think like, oh, I can't do that. I have to be realistic, whatever it is. Like that's truly the point of this podcast, the point of our coaching.
Yeah.
It's like stop limiting yourself, my loves. Like really, really, really let yourself dream so, so, so big. And every time, I don't know, every time I hear someone else have a limiting beliefs, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, wow, we really have such a good mindset because I'll just hear it. Like I read a comment. I was watching a YouTube video and I read a comment and I was like, oh my God, I thank you for showing us this awesome trip because I don't think I'll ever be able to do that. And I literally was like, what? Because in my mind, I've just trained my brain to think that anything's possible.
Yeah.
So I was watching this beautiful YouTube video and being like
imagining us
no,
there.
I was like, that feels really right. Like
Yeah.
that I'm definitely going to go on this exact trip. Like this is so amazing. And my mindset, I'm like, yeah, we're creating that. Like I'm creating that version of reality versus someone who doesn't even think that they can, like who doesn't even let themselves think that they can do that.
Yeah.
You're the one blocking yourself. So it's like really, really, really remember that you have so much more power than you know and let yourself dream big, let yourself be delusional and join the delusional gang.
Yeah, be delusional, guys.
Be delusional, dream bigger.
Dream bigger.
Listen, we're on this earth, on this floating rock. Come on.
Be so fucking for
Be
real.
so for real right now.
Be more audacious.
Yeah, the audacity.
The audacity is needed.
The audacity, 100%.
The audacity is really what's missing, actually.
No, because
be so for real. Like, what are you doing?
There's so many people who are not talented, not smart, not anything special. Well, everyone's special, but but they just have audacity, and that's why they have everything they want. We can think of some very high up people who have a lot of audacity, who maybe aren't the smartest people, but they got what they wanted because they just went ahead and asked for it, and they said, "Wait, of course
not even asked for it, demanded it.
Yeah, they
said,
demanded
this
it.
Is mine. They said,
Exactly.
oh, I want it. Of course, this is going to be mine.
Exactly.
And you know what? And that's the only difference between someone who maybe wasn't. Okay, there's a lot. Okay, yes, ignoring systemic issues, whatever, systematic issues. But I think the audacity part, that's the difference between someone who wasn't exposed to all these really cool things as a young child versus someone who was, is they just have it in their brain that it's normal and natural for
100%,
them.
100%, yeah.
Because I'm thinking of like someone, born rich or someone who has rich and famous parents. As a child, they saw all these things and it was super normal to them. So it's like, of course, they're going to grow up in a world with a lens of having access to whatever.
Yeah, like, oh, that's so easy, duh.
That's so easy. So all we have to do is start training our mind to normalize all the things that we want or that we believe we're worthy of, and then just have audacity.
Yeah.
Because if it's okay, that's the other thing. If it's out there, if somebody else can get something, then that means it's possible. So why not you?
Exactly.
Why not you? Everybody can have whatever they want if
Yeah.
they start to tell themselves that it's possible.
Yeah. Exactly. You're the only person holding yourself back. Start dreaming bigger.
Yeah.
Start getting so freaking serious about letting yourself dream big. And I promise it really is shooting you in the right direction. And someone, reflected that back to us of liking that analogy of like, hey, if you 10x your goals and be so delusional and dream so big, and then you end up getting like 20, 30, 50% of that, that's still amazing.
It's still more than what you originally wanted.
It's still way more than what you were going to get if you were aiming really low. So it's like, if you think about it that way, that's a huge cheat code. And it is manifested so many things from being delusional.
Yeah, it is a huge cheat code. I think what are people scared of? I think people are scared of disappointment, or they feel like it didn't work if they're doing these things. But the truth is, no matter what, it's ultimately always moving you in the right
Yeah.
direction. And that's so important. And just being open. I think when you get really, really, really excited and you practice letting go of the doubt, practice letting go of the fear, and you just have fun with it,
Mhm.
you are going to be so joyous receiving anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, and I think that's confusing to people where it's like, okay, pick something and dream really big and get really excited, but then maybe be open to whatever happens. It's
Mhm.
like the back and forth, but it's like actually sitting in between that is so perfect. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm moving towards this, but whatever happens, I'm still blessed. I'm still worthy. I'm still choosing to feel the feelings right now. I'm still in my fantasy reality,
Mhm.
visualizing everything and hee-heeing, ha-haing,
Mhm.
right? But yeah.
Yeah, and no matter what happens, just being like, "Hey, this is helping me go towards my goal." If it's
Yeah.
happening, it's helping.
It's
So it's
happening. It's
like,
helping.
hey, even if you met with someone that didn't like work out, be like, "Okay, cool. Thanks, universe. Thanks. That
Yeah.
wasn't gonna be my dream partner. That wasn't gonna be
Right.
my dream opportunity. Like, thank you so much."
And you know who's a great example, you guys, who I think of sometimes, honestly, is Brad Yates. Ever since he came on
Ooh.
our podcast and he was talking about how he really wanted to be an actor, but
Mm.
then him and his wife got pregnant with their firstborn,
Mhm.
their daughter, and he was like, okay, maybe I need to do something else. And he stumbled across EFT tapping and he
Yeah.
was familiar with hypnosis. So he was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Let me get into this. And now he has a huge career.
Tap
Now he
daddy.
has thousands of YouTube videos. Everyone knows his name.
Mhm.
Not only that, but he's helping,
Yeah.
genuinely helping so many millions of people,
Yeah.
more than he would have ever expected. And that was all because he was open to being like, hey, you know what? I
Mhm.
still love this, the tapping on the face and like maybe the theatrics of it or whatever, but let me just be open to what's happening. And I bet he's gotten more than what he was even expecting
Yeah,
to begin
even
with,
totally. Even better than expected.
even better than expected. And that's just with the openness. That's not to be like, oh, he gave up on being an actor, but like
Yeah.
more just like, oh, I'm open, let me pivot with life and see what happens.
Yeah.
And he was just rewarded
Yeah.
even more. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's been on my mind. I feel like that's a good example.
Oh my God, it's so good. And I also really love the mantra, the affirmation of like, universe, keep me or like put me on my highest timeline.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that one's really, really good too. Again, like I like having like a goal to go towards, but then just being like every day being like, hey, universe, God, divine, whatever resonates with you,
Yeah.
keep me on my highest timeline. Like, thank
Yeah.
you. I'm trusting that you are, helping me live my most amazing life. And I was thinking about that this morning because I feel like I don't know, maybe I've been watching too much social media and the bad stuff happening in the world. And so I feel like I was kind of feeling this feeling of like, well, what if something does go wrong? Just like this slight feeling of like, wait, what if something does go wrong? Like, I could get hurt at any moment. I could do this at any moment. But then I've been like, this morning after I deleted my social media because I'm taking a quick social media break, which everyone should also do. Um, but I had this thought this morning where I was like, wait, I have my angels and my guides protecting me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, I'm literally protected. Right. Nothing bad's gonna happen to me
Yeah.
because I'm guided and I'm protected and I'm supported, which that
Yeah.
is truly a thing, you guys. Like we really do all have
Mm-hmm.
angels and guides like with us, protecting
Yeah.
us, and
They're
call
always
on
they're
them.
yeah, call on them. That's what I was gonna say too, because I think that also plays into free will a little bit.
Mhm.
Whereas like the angels and guides, they just want you to vibe. So if you're not asking,
Yeah.
then they're like, oh, they're good. Like we love them, we're sending them love. But it's like
Mhm.
ask for help.
Yeah.
Talk to them. Be vulnerable. Be silly.
Yeah.
Be whimsical. Just be like, show me the way. Like, please, I need your help.
Uh,
And yeah, continue to protect me and continue to put me on my highest timeline.
mhm. Life is
Life
good.
is good.
Life gets to be really, really good,
Mm-hmm.
and you get to follow your dreams. You get to feel good. Like you really, really have so much power. If you are feeling anxious, if you are feeling down, like remember that you have so much power. You have
Yeah.
so much ability, more than you even think, to take control of your thoughts. Maybe go for a walk, like decide today you're going to be really, really nice to yourself. You're going to be really, really optimistic. Like you're going to let yourself dream big, let
Yeah.
yourself visualize your dream life, whatever it is. And you really, really can make that decision and decision to step towards feeling better every day.
Yeah. And this is kind of random, but you know what I've been thinking about
What?
lately is that we're all whole.
Yeah.
I know Olivia and I, we talk a lot about visualizing your future,
Hmm.
being delusional, doing the healing modalities. But at the end of the day, we're all whole
Yeah.
and everything is good and life is good. And yeah, love and light.
Yeah.
Love and light, because what the heck?
What
We're so
the?
blessed. If any of you guys are listening to this episode, whether it's your first episode or your 56th episode, like, you are so blessed and
Yeah.
you are love and light. And really sit in that. Really take a moment to be like, life is so
Yeah.
good.
I
Life
know.
is so good.
We have those realizations all the time. Like,
Mhm.
we literally every day we're like, wait, life really is so amazing. Like,
Yeah.
we get to create our own reality.
Yeah, we get to create our own reality.
Yeah. I was looking at a
Mhm.
picture of myself yesterday with a lot of awe and admiration. Listen, I just want to be honest with you guys. And I was like, oh, body, yada, yada.
Olivia.
Wow. And and I was like, wait, oh my God, life is like literally so good. Because life is so good. I was like, wow, I really have manifested so many things
Yeah.
that I used to want. Like,
Mhm.
you only want something because your future self already has it.
Yeah.
So my past self wanted this life. And I was
Yeah.
like really thinking about that. I was like, wow, I've manifested so many things. Like, manifestation is so real.
Yeah.
What you are focusing on
Expands, you guys.
is expanding.
Mhm.
You get to focus on whatever you want.
Yeah.
Life is like a playground. We get to focus on the new earth.
Yeah.
And going towards peace on earth.
We do. And that's back to in your minds, you guys. Really practice this. If you are coming up against something and you have the opportunity to think about maybe it going wrong, just stop and take time to visualize it going right. Because
Stop.
literally stop, take a moment and be like, what would it feel like if I visualized it going right? Because at the end of the day, and this is the truth, at the end of the day, fear and doubt is not real because you are trying to predict a future that hasn't happened.
Ooh.
So why are you giving energy to fear and doubt?
Mhm.
Why would you not take time to think about all the things that could happen,
Mhm.
all the ways it could go well? What if you took time to expect the best case scenario,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Because it's your mind. You're in control. Tell yourself, if you start to have bad thoughts, be like, I'm in control. Stop. And go listen to an Abraham Hicks rampage. Go
Mhm.
listen to a Louise Hay rampage.
Mhm.
Put us on.
Mhm.
Listen to your favorite song. Hum. Start humming. Stimulate that vagus nerve. Like, get some movement and energy out. Go jump on a trampoline.
Yeah.
Like, whatever you need to do. Because,
Mix it
you're in
up.
control. Mix
Yeah.
it up.
Shake it up. Literally. If you start feeling a bad thought, limiting belief, stop. Literally say, stop. You know what, brain? And I love Coach Kayla was talking about that because she was like, yeah, I would talk to my brain.
Like a baby.
Like, just talk to it like how you need. Be like, hey, you know what? Hey, actually, we can think about good things today. Hey,
Mhm.
actually, let's imagine the best case scenario. Hey,
Yeah.
actually, maybe not everyone, everyone doesn't actually hate me. Like,
Yeah.
oh, life actually does get to be good. So yeah, that's totally, you should definitely do that. You should definitely do that.
Tell the fear and doubt they're not real.
It's not real.
They're not real.
The love and light is the only real thing.
The love and light is the only real thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy on that.
Heavy on that. Heavy on letting things be good. Heavy on if you are realizing that you're having all these negative thoughts, if you're realizing, you're coming up against these limiting beliefs or whatever, hey, it's actually a good thing.
Yes.
Hey, it's actually great.
And you know what? Okay. Yes, that's a great thing if you're actually noticing. Because, in the past, it might have been running on autopilot and then you're ruminating and you're feeling bad. You have low vibrations, whatever. Now, if you're noticing it and you have the opportunity to be like, hey, what if I don't have to think this way? Then you're the observer. And when you're the observer, you are so powerful because you really do get to have a choice. When you're an observer, you're separate from it. And it's like, oh, I'm in control.
Yeah.
I'm in control.
You are in control of your mind. And something that's really, really good for being more in control. Let's say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Meditating.
Hey, let's run it back. For being in control.
Something that's so good for being in control of your mind. 1, 2, 3.
Meditating.
Meditate, guys.
You guys, if you're not,
Okay.
it's 2025. If you're not meditating, what are you doing?
It's episode 56 of the Inspired Delusions podcast in 2025.
Yep.
September 2025, you guys. The Earth has been around for 2,000 years.
If you're trying to get to the new earth and you haven't been meditating, what are you doing, you guys? You guys.
You're probably not on a good earth right now.
You're on old earth if you're not meditating.
That's a scary place to be.
No, truly.
Come on up, guys.
Please come.
Literally come on up to the new earth. Just, if you're scared of your thoughts inside of your mind, that's the first sign that you should be meditating.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the first sign that you should be taking time to figure out what you're thinking so then you can start changing it.
Anyways, guys, this was kind of a chaotic episode, but we loved it. And yeah, we love you guys. And truly just remembering that it's good to release. That way you're open to receiving more. Know that your love and your light and your whole and that your intentions really create your reality as well as everybody's reality, really tapping into the collective consciousness, into the new earth. Get clear on your intentions. Make sure you're meditating. And
yeah, remember how amazing you are. Remember that life can be good. Remember that you getting what you want helps everyone else go in a good direction.
Exactly.
And yeah, just another quick reminder that me and Kayma are taking on 2-on-1 coaching clients, which has been so fun. Again, super unique offering because you have 2 experts, 2 coaches for you. And that's been really amazing. So you can contact us if you're interested in coaching.
Yeah.
And we also have a live webinar coming up on Thursday, September 25th.
Yes.
If you are listening to this in real time, if you are not, then you should come to our next webinar, next masterclass. But yeah, we love you guys so much.
Yes.
Life is good. Do some meditating this week. And we love you.
Bye, besties.
Bye, guys.